We're starting the new year now, so I thought it was time to give you an update on some of the indoor peppers. I have over a dozen F1 crosses that are in various stages of growth, and a few other crosses that are a little bit further along. It's going to be a fun year, but I'm quickly running out of room. I've done quite a few manual crosses of my own, but the bees occasionally surprise me with a few too. This is one of the crosses that the bees did for me last year. Last year I grew these two mutant pepper plants in a grow bag. I saved seeds from these two mutant pepper plants, and I planted a whole bunch of those seeds, but not all of the seedlings were mutants. This is one of those seedlings that had normal leaves. I'm not sure what it crossed with, but it could have been a jalapeno. The peppers do have kind of a jalapeno type shape. Jalapeno peppers were discovered by Matt of Matt's Peppers. This is kind of an interesting F3 autocross. It's only about 6 or 8 inches tall, but it has quite a few normal sized peppers on it. It's a lot of peppers in a small amount of space. This pepper, if I can get it somewhat stabilized, would be an ideal pepper for somebody with limited space. I trimmed off quite a few leaves just so we could see the peppers. This is another F3 from that same cross, except for this plant is a little bit larger and the peppers seem to be upright for the most part. This one is very productive even though it's in a half-gallon pot. If it was in a much larger pot, I think it would have set much more fruit. Has quite a few blooms still on it though, so it might set some more. I kind of like this one too, but I haven't made my mind up on it yet. Here's the third F3 from that same cross, and this one's in a very small pot, 3.5 inches by 4 inches, but it still has some decent sized peppers on it. And I'm sure that the small pot is stunning its growth quite a bit. I went back and planted some F2 seeds from my Purple Flash cross a few years ago, and this is one of the ones that grew. This is like the Midwest Fiesta peppers, except this one is purple. I'm not sure how the next few generations will go, but only time will tell. And speaking of the Midwest Fiesta peppers, those are still on sale at mattspeppers.com, along with the Midwest Midnight, the Midwest Midnight Orange, and the Midwest Midnight Eclipse, and the Odapino. Here's another F2 that came out of those Purple Flash cross seeds, and I like what I see of it so far. There's another version here that's a little bit smaller. Here's another pepper that came from those two mutant peppers, and it's a little bit different than the other cross. The peppers are a lot smaller and upright. Since I took this clip, the leaves on this one have darkened up quite a bit, so I think it either crossed with one of my Black Pearl hybrids or one of my Purple Flash hybrids. This pepper came from a 4-way cross that I didn't do. It's basically a variegated Blue Christmas, and the variegation comes from a possible 2 different pepper plants. Where the leaves are shaded, they are much lighter in color, some of them almost white. Where the white leaves are exposed to light, they turn pink. I recently crossed this pepper with another one of my other projects, making a 6-way cross. Here's a look at what some of the peppers look like on the lighter foliage. This is one of my Midwest Odapinos. I hope to do a couple of crosses with this later. I trimmed off a few of the larger shade leaves just so some of the other plants could get some light. As you can see, it's already got a few flower buds on it. This is one of my manual F1 crosses. It's a Midwest Midnight Orange crossed with another pepper. And the flowers have just a light purple edging to them. I'm not sure what the peppers are going to look like yet, but it'll be interesting to find out. The pepper only had 2 seeds in it, but both of them came up. This is an F1 Midwest Midnight Orange variegated crossed with another pepper. I'm going to keep some of the combinations to myself for a generation or 2. But some of you might be able to figure a few of them out just by how the peppers look when they get peppers. This is one more F1 mutant pepper cross. I won't know if this was different than the other ones until they get peppers on them. The flowers on this one also have purple edging, and so far the peppers that it does have are very tiny. This plant is a cross between an Aconcagua and another sweet pepper. Believe it or not, I'm still planting seedlings, and next month, in the month of February, I'll get serious planting seedlings for the upcoming summer season. This is a Midwest Otapino crossed with a sweet pepper. This is a purple cacho white leaf, which I've never grown before. It'll be fun to grow this one. This is a Dreamcatcher crossed with a purple jalapeno. I got that one from Matt's Peppers. Even though this variegated mutant pepper doesn't have any peppers on it yet, I think I'll keep this one around until summer and put it outside. We'll see what happens. This one is a Matapino mutant. I'm looking forward to seeing what this one looks like after it gets a bit larger. That's about all I have to show you right now. I'm sure I'll have a lot more to show you in the next update. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.